Welcome back to another episode of Diagnosis Demand. I'm Sheba Roy, your brand doctor, and let's get into it. Now, I realized I didn't say last time exactly who I am. I am Sheba Roy. I am a brand manager and public relations specialist stationed located here in Houston, Texas. And that's what gives me the authority to talk about these things because I work on projects every day that require brand management, brand development, and brand strategy. Okay, so let's get into it. So today's case, and this is also something common, you're not being taken seriously in business. I think we've all had that problem at some point. I mean, I started out in business many years ago, and I would show up and be like, well, gosh, why are they treating me like I am Susie Q playing business, right? Like I'm playing at business rather than being in business. And sometimes it's not necessarily that the people want to disrespect you or discount you, but you gotta also take yourself seriously. So let's talk about the problem and the solution. So one of the problems that you might see is that people question your prices. People question your ability. They treat you very casually. They don't follow through. They challenge you on your ideas, on your strategies. And this has happened to me, and I think I look very young, So it was not easy for me to start setting boundaries. I felt like it was really out of character for me to have to be like, no, I said what I said and this is the price. But like literally you have to be that way. You can't tiptoe, you can't give too much, you can't be too nice because you will get steamrolled. And generally, this is not about your skill set. This isn't about whether or not you know how to do the work that you are trying to get paid for or you get paid for. It's more so about the way that people perceive you and how you're positioned. So earlier I said something about you not taking yourself seriously. That's what I'm talking about. You have to position yourself as somebody who's doing serious business. You're not playing. You can be fun, you can have fun, you can be a comedian, sort of like myself, but I'm serious about business. I don't play when it comes to business. So let me give you a little bit more detail on that. 1, positioning. So like we said, the positioning. 2, messaging. And then number 3, your, okay, we got that apostrophe again, okay? This is not your, this is your. So like I said, this isn't generally about your skill set. This is a lot of time it's about the positioning or the way that you're presenting yourself in the market, okay? You gotta take yourself seriously too. All right, so your positioning could be unclear. People don't know exactly what you do. I remember when I first started, there were a lot of questions about what it was that I was actually doing. I had people asking me, hey, what are you doing? Not really sure. What are you talking about? And honestly, I didn't really know either. So I was like, just keep watching because I'll figure it out. But you have to be able to say definitively, this is what I do and this is what I can offer you. The solution, you need to clearly be able to say what solution you provide. What's the solution? I help entrepreneurs scale using their knowledge and authority. I know you can't read this, but whatever. And authority. But if you help entrepreneurs scale using their knowledge and authority, that's what you say every time we see you. Every time we see you, it's gotta be, I help entrepreneurs scale using their knowledge and authority. It never changes. That way we know what your positioning is every single time. Or it could be that your messaging is too broad. You sound too much like your neighbor because maybe you copied your neighbor. Maybe instead of really trying to figure out what it was that you wanted to say and who you wanted to talk to, you were like, let me just get started. Okay, I do something similar to her. Let me just copy her. Let me look at how she's doing her thing and let me just do it like her. Well, now that you've done that, we don't believe you and you need more people. Okay, and it could be also that you're too nice or too flexible. You've underpriced your services. And when you get ready to change the price, You didn't explain it a lot, like, well, the reason why it's $2,000 is because it should be $5,000. Shouldn't even be $2,000. So don't sit up here explaining to these folks why it's $2,000 when it should be $5,000. Really, you need to raise the price and leave it at that. What's gonna happen, you guys, is some people are not going to be for you. And you're gonna have clients that fall off. But it's okay because new people come to fill that space. Here's the fix. Here's our fix. So you'll notice that every episode we'll have a problem and we'll have some anecdotes, and I'll talk about how things have happened for me, and then I'll give you guys the fix because we gotta fix it. We want some kind of solution. All right, you wanna simplify your offers so you don't have to explain it. Like, this is the package. The package speaks for itself. And if everybody doesn't want it, that's fine. You're going to speak, I know you can't read this, with authority. So pretend I'm like a college professor that has terrible handwriting, but you love them. Okay, that's because that's what this vibe is going to give every single time. You may need to really get clear on what it is that you're doing. Go back to the drawing board. Get really clear on what you're selling. And make sure that you're selling what you think you're selling, because sometimes that's a problem for us. Like, we could think that we're selling, I thought I was selling creative consulting and I'm a PR person, but I didn't really know. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to sit and write to figure out exactly what I was doing. And of course, this was many years ago when I was just figuring out business, because I did not have a mentor. I didn't have a teacher. I just had to figure it out. I basically rolled myself down a hill. And when I stood up, I was the brand doctor and I was here talking to y'all about this. This is the last thing. Take yourself seriously. Starts with you taking yourself seriously. Nobody else is going to take you seriously if you're not taking yourself seriously. If you take yourself seriously, you won't have to convince other people to be taking you seriously. They just take you seriously because you're not to be played with. You're not to be trifled with. You take yourself seriously, you show up for yourself, you dress well, you know your stuff, you show up on time, and you're like, this is the price, this is what I can do for you, this is the solution, and this is why you would really be missing out if you didn't choose me to provide the service for you. But if you don't even worry about it, because guess what? Everybody ain't for you. And you might not be for me, but the work still is. So just position yourself where it's obvious what you do, and you can use your social media and your channels and your own media to do that, because quite frankly, you're already probably visible enough. We talked about this last time. What you need to do is drive demand. So if you're not sure exactly what that means, go ahead and pick up a copy of my book, Demand Driver. It's available on Amazon right now. It's kind of a DIY PR book. It will teach you how to make yourself visible and how to increase the demand around yourself and your product or service. Follow me, all those places listed below, so you never miss an episode and that you can stay in the know. Bye.